Yo, what's good everyone? OJ over here and welcome to another video. Today we've got some great information for you guys. Let's go ahead and get right into it. And we are starting off with id Software and Rage 2 potentially being on the Nintendo Switch. Now, in a recent interview from QuakeCon, id Software's Tim Wiltis, and I might have said that wrong, said that the company is currently evaluating the platform. So let's go ahead and get into what he had to say. Quote, "We're looking at the tech on that right now, and we're still evaluating that. We stream everything in Rage 2 and we're just looking because everything is open, everything's available, so there's no level loads. We are looking at that now, but we don't know." So basically, like anything Bethesda does, for those who don't know, Rage 2 is a Bethesda owned IP, so they are going to look into it. Any game that Bethesda makes, they will at least look into a Switch version, because if you look at the games that we have available right now or have been announced, we've got games like Skyrim on the Nintendo Switch, we also have Wolfenstein 2, we have Doom, and we also had Doom Eternal being announced. So that's 4 games in terms of the bigger third-party type of games from Bethesda that are already out or going to be on the Nintendo Switch, and that's on top of the other stuff that they're doing like Fallout Shelter. So if you look at it from that perspective, it doesn't really surprise me that this dude said that, yeah, we're looking into it, because they look into lots of stuff. A lot of people didn't think that a game like Doom could come to Nintendo Switch before the Switch launched, and then that proved them wrong. A lot of people didn't think that Doom Eternal would come to Nintendo Switch because Doom Eternal wasn't announced at E3 with the Switch version, but then later they said, okay, yeah, it can come to the Switch. So I think basically what's going to happen here is this: they're going to look at the tech, they're going to see things, but I think that eventually that Panic Button will get their hands on this, because Panic Button right now has their hands full with Doom Eternal and also Warframe and many other games that they've been doing, so they have their hands full with that. So maybe after the release of Rage 2, which I think is coming out early 2019, after the release of Rage 2, Panic Button will take a look at it, and if they can port it over, they'll probably let Panic Button port it over. But I don't think it's going to come day and date. I don't think it's going to be like Doom Eternal, which seems like that's going to be a late or holiday type of title in 2019. So I think that they're going to have plenty of time to get that ported over. So with Rage, I'm just not really sure at this point, but we're just going to have to wait and see what they do. Now, just to give you guys a little bit of background information in terms of the history of Rage and whether I care enough or not, like, I played the original Rage on the Xbox 360. I played it, it was 3 discs on the Xbox 360, and you better install it to your hard drive, because if you don't install it to your hard drive, well, the game does not load as fast, it's just not as good. It's definitely better when you install it to your hard drive. Now, if you have the PS3 version, at least when the PS3 version first launched, it was horrible on the PS3. It did not run well. It did not, just like, oh man, there were so many issues with that. So I played the 360 version and I beat the game, and I thought that Rage was pretty cool. I didn't really think there was too many problems wrong with it, or there was anything particularly like horrible about the game. I just wasn't interested enough in the concept to say, okay, that's going to get me hyped and excited for Rage 2. And on top of that, that was like 10 years ago I played the original Rage. So I don't think it's like enough for me to wait like more than 10 years like for like a sequel. So it's not like I'm dying to have Rage 2 on the Nintendo Switch or anything. And I'll probably check it out on the PS4 or Xbox One when it's like, you know, $20 or something like that, because Bethesda games always just get reduced down to like ridiculously low amounts very shortly after release. So I'll probably check it out later down the line. I do like Bethesda's single player game. I do like stuff like Fallout. I do like Skyrim. Those games are all awesome. So it's not like I'm coming from a standpoint to where I'm like super excited about Rage 2 potentially coming over to the Switch, or even really excited to begin with. But at the same time, more games is always better, and hopefully they can get it over. And I think that Panic Button would be the studio to get that done if they were going to bring it over to Nintendo Switch. So what do you guys think about Rage 2 potentially being on the system? Would you want to see it on there? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving to the next topic here, we have a brand new game announcement from the Kamiko developer. It's an action adventure game called Transiruby, and I'm probably saying that name wrong, so I'm terribly sorry if I am. So the next brand new title from Kamiko and Farun developer Skipmore is Transiruby for Switch. Publisher Fly High Works has announced that it will launch via the Nintendo Switch eShop in 2019. In Transiruby, players become the cyborg girl Sirubi. The story follows her as she collects the DNA of the living things on the ruined planet Noah. Gameplay is a mix of Kamiko-like action and Farun-like puzzle solving. It is an exploration style adventure game where you can expand the range of what you can do by acquiring items. You can also freeze enemies to use them as stepping stones. Transiruby will be playable at the Tokyo Game Show 2019, which does run from September 19th through the 23rd. So it is coming up pretty fast here, guys, next month, and it's already Tokyo Game Show time. There should be a good number of Switch announcements there, or at least Switch games being shown off. Now, we do have just a little bit of footage from the game, and you guys are seeing that here. And why this one's a big deal, or why I wanted to talk about it, is because Farun and also Kamiko are really good. They have a lot of great gameplay mechanics. Yes, it's pixelated, the type of old school adventure game, but if you love The Legend of Zelda, if you like those old school type of games, I definitely suggest Kamiko. It's super cheap on the Switch. I think it's like a $5 game, and it became like an indie darling. I think it sold like over 150,000 units on there, and the Farun collection has also been doing really well on the Switch in terms of the development budget and what they think there. They've talked about that just a bit. So it's awesome to see. It's awesome to see that the continued support and the creativeness of what Fly High Works and developer Skipmore can do on the Nintendo Switch, and they just went straight to the Switch on that one, so they announced it there. And this one actually looks like it's going to be the most interesting in terms of what I like to play, although I do really like Kamiko. I do like Kamiko. I think Kamiko is a fantastic game, but this looks really cool too. I like the main character in terms of the look and what she's doing, and kind of going there and collecting DNA on different life forms and everything like that. That seems like it's a really interesting concept that we don't see quite a bit. We don't see like a lot when it comes to different styles of games. So it's cool that they're bringing this one over to Nintendo Switch. We'll get more gameplay of it at Tokyo Game Show next month. So what do you guys think of the Kamiko developers' brand new game? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, and moving into the last topic here, Freedom Planet for the Nintendo Switch launches on August 30th. So finally this game is coming over. Freedom Planet is a really cool Sonic style of game that a lot of people really want to play on their Nintendo Switch, and now you guys will be getting that. It's coming via the eShop once again August 30th in North America and Europe. Publisher Xseed Games has announced, along with developer Galaxy Trail. So Freedom Planet is currently available on the PS4, Wii U, Mac, and Linux. So we are getting it before the Xbox One, and the 3DS doesn't have a version of the game, which is interesting. I thought that it was already on the 3DS, but it's not. So it's not like it's on a ton of different systems out here. So here's an overview via Xseed. So Freedom Planet is a fast-paced, combat-driven platformer adventure that pits a spunky dragon girl and her friends against hostile foreign powers and alien attack forces. There's trouble around every turn, from insects and giant robots to sheer explosive destruction, but players will have a variety of special fighting abilities at their disposal to blast through more than a dozen massive non-linear stages. Take back the world of Avalis and return peace to its three kingdoms for the first time on a handheld console. Play as one of the three characters, Lyak, Carol, or the unlockable Milla, each with their own unique gameplay style, and use their individual skills to forge a path through a gorgeous 2D pixel art and lush multi-scrolling backdrops that make up the stages in Freedom Planet. Each character's abilities and new ways to fell foes and traverse tumultuous terrain, employing the game's momentum-based platforming and sprawling level designs to reward players with a seemingly bottomless barrage of secrets, alternate paths, hidden collectibles, and speedrun opportunities for faster clear times. With a traditional adventure mode featuring over an hour's worth of fully voiced cutscenes to enhance the game's dramatic storyline, and a classic mode to get players straight into the action, the Nintendo Switch release of Freedom Planet offers the full, uncompromised experience at home or on the go. The game will be available in English, French, German, Spanish, Japanese, and Korean. So shout outs to Galaxy Trail and Xseed for bringing this one over to the Nintendo Switch. A lot of people have been asking for Freedom Planet. I remember back when it was released on the Wii U, people were really happy that the game was coming over to the Wii U. It came towards the end of the Wii U's life when there wasn't really a lot of games and people were just kind of down about the system in general. And to bring that type of game over to the system was very good, at least to salvage something, right, at the time that it came over. So it's cool to see them prioritize getting the game on the Nintendo Switch, making sure everything is running good, making sure it's not compromised in any way, just as fast and as fun, and making sure that you can play it on the go and also on the TV everything's right there for you to play. So I think probably the Switch version would be the version to get. And I pretty much didn't buy the game because of that. I was like, you know what, this is the type of game that I'd probably like to play like on the 3DS. Like if it came to the 3DS, I probably would have bought it there, but I never bought the game on the Wii U just because I was like, you know what, I want to play this lying down. I just want to play it just like relaxed. I don't want to play it like on TV all the time. So I'm really happy that it's coming over to the Switch, and I'll probably get the game on the Switch now that it's coming out. So what do you guys think about all the different topics that we discussed here when it comes to Freedom Planet, the new game from the Kamiko developers, in addition to Rage 2 potentially coming over to the Switch from Bethesda? These developers are putting out a lot of stuff on the system. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. All right, Ninja, that wraps it up for this video here. Go ahead and check out the links in the description below. We got Facebook and Twitter. Go ahead and give us a like and a follow on our social media. Really helps to spread the content of PlayerEssence across the internet in addition to YouTube. Also, make sure you check out our Patreon, Twitch, and YouTube live gaming pages and consider supporting PlayerEssence. When you do so, it gets you access to all sorts of cool benefits, perks, rewards, emotes, tournaments. We got all sorts of cool stuff going on. So make sure you check out the link and consider supporting us right here on PlayerEssence. Hit that like button if you did like this video. Let me know you guys want more content like this going forward in the future. And subscribe to PlayerEssence for latest RPG, Japanese, and Nintendo gaming news. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll catch you, Ninja, for the next video. Peace.